Good. So first, give a little bit of irradiation, tense the body, and we're gonna tuck the chin in. Then scrape with your chin along your collarbone. So when you reach the end, tilt your ear to the shoulder, head back, ear to the shoulder, chin to collarbone, and scrape back to middle. Yeah, we'll do one more. Chin in, scrape the collarbone, ear to shoulder, head back, ear to shoulder, chin to collarbone, back to middle. So this irradiation is meant not to be able to limit the compensation. So for example, if you would tilt your head, that your shoulder would come up. No, you tense, so the shoulder stays in place, or your body would move, so you stay in place. So after our head, we will do the upper body, and we will cross the hands over the chest. We're gonna lower down and think of one vertebrae at a time, and make sure the hips don't go back. So here you want to crunch, then we're going to turn to one side, make sure the hips don't move along, yeah? Keep tension in the legs and glutes. After the turn, we want to shift the shoulder down, go back, shoulder down, turn, back to front. We'll do one more. So first, roll in, turn, shift, roll back, shift, turn, front. So it's basically the same motion as with the head. Wrists, fingers, elbows, I will explain on the go. For the shoulder part, here as well, we want to bring some tension in the body, and we want to lift the arm as high as possible without compensating in the ribs. Yeah, I'm going to go as high as possible. We're going to turn our hand out, push away along the back, and here as well you want to be as high as possible and as close as possible behind you. And turn the back of your hand to touch your leg, and then we go back in the same direction. So we back as high as we can, turn around, come to the ear, and then the front. So try to not allow any compensation. Then we have the arms, we also have the hips, and for the hips we can hold on to the kitchen counter or the table or a chair, and important is, again, we don't want to compensate. We're going to lift the knee as high as possible, then we're going to turn out and we make sure that this hip stays in place. Lift the foot, push back, come back to middle, and come front as high as possible. Now reverse the movement, push back, extend the hip. Here, bring the knee to the shoulder, and come back to front. So we'll do one more. Lift the knee as high as possible, turn out, foot goes up, push back, and come front. And then reverse, knee goes to shoulder, and come front. Okay. We also have the lower leg and the foot, which we also gonna do on the go. So this was more the little bit explanation. Now we're gonna go through the whole routine. We need this one later. Okay, so let's start with our head. So tuck the chin in. First of all, let's start to irradiate. Yeah, and chin in. Scrape, tilt, back. Now change the direction. We do also 4 on the other side. Chin in. Okay, now bring the shoulders front, up, push them back. Shoulders front, up, push them back. Make as big a circle as possible. Reverse the movement, back, up, front, back. Okay, bring the arms up and we'll do one finger at a time. Thumb goes in first. Last one. Okay, elbows up and there. And there. For the elbows, you want to keep the arms next to your body and push the hands out as far as possible. And down. Reverse the movement. Okay, hand palms up. We're gonna do the wrist, and we can make a fist. Yeah? Imagine here you're supporting something important on your lower arm, and you don't want to drop it. So keep the inside of the arms facing up, and we go in, under. Making fists will also help to keep the tension, to remind yourself to keep tension in the body. Make big circle. And change. Okay, we do the arms, so one at a time. We go up as high as you can without compensation, turn out, push back, high, and rotate in, back, rotate. The tension in the rest of the body will help you to get a little bit more height. Back. Good. Change arm. Go up. This should feel like a lot of work, because it is. Up. Back. Okay, let's do one more. Up. Okay, let's take it to the floor for a minute, and we're gonna do our back. So we have the classical cat-cow or cat-camel stretch. We're gonna start from there. So we wanna exhale, push the shoulders up, crunch the abdominals, tuck the head in. Breathe in and arch the back, tilt the pelvis and bring your head up. And you wanna look at a point on the wall or a ceiling and reverse the movement. And up again. So now we're gonna do the same movement, but we're gonna keep watching the wall or the ceiling as long as possible. And we start the movement by tilting the hip. And we bring a wave along the back. We keep the head up as long as possible until we have to let go. And head down. Reverse the movement. Also start at the hip, keep the head down as long as possible. And again. Let's do one more. And then we come up again. So now we're gonna do the hips. So hold on to chair, kitchen table, kitchen counter, table, whatever you can use, and bring the knee up as high as possible. Out, tilt, back, and front. I'm gonna move forward a little bit, okay. And reverse, push back, without arching the back. Turn, lift the knee, come to the front, and drop. Up, turn out, back. Up. Again, keep tension in the rest of your body. Good, let's do one more on this side. And there. In. Up. Turn. Out. In. And back. Up. And down. Let's change. So we go. Irradiation, tension, up, turn, tilt, back, and front. That's one. And there we have two. Now it's getting a little bit harder. And up as high as you can. Out. Tilt. Back. Front. Back. The last one. Come on. You can do it. Up. Tilt. Back. All right. Good. This can go. Lower leg we can do in a sitting position or a standing position. We basically want to block the upper leg and we want to move the lower leg. These circles are only small. It's like the elbows. We can't move them. They're not so mobile as our ankle joint or our hip joint. So we want to block our upper leg. I'm going to lead with the foot. And lower leg is making circles. Change the direction. Okay, change foot. We don't want a lot, too much internal, external rotation from the upper leg. By holding on to our leg, we can notice if that would be the case. And change. I would advise to sit down for this one to get the most out of it. One more. Okay, let's do our foot and big circle. Change. Other side. And change. Okay. Last but not least, toes. And first start with lifting all the toes off the ground and then pressing them down. Lift again and press down. Now just lift the big toe and press the other ones down. Now press the big toe down and lift the other ones off the ground. It's tricky. I'm still practicing as well. And reverse. Big toe off, all the other toes down. Big toe on the ground, toes off, press them in the ground. And now let's try to put one at a time on the floor. So lift them all off the ground and start with the pinky toe, and then the other ones and the big toe. Again, one at a time, and once more. If possible, reverse, lift them off, start with the big toe, and then one at a time, and end up with the small toe. But I still have to get the hang of this one, so it's a daily practice. Maybe one day I will get more intelligence back in my feet. Until then, keep practicing. Thank you for watching.